Hey. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm coming in a few hours late because I forgot. That's alright, though. Yeah, so today's going to be a little bit interesting. It's going to be a little bit slow to get started because I honestly don't remember much of what I did last time. But this stream's really fun. Over the literally yesterday, I enrolled myself in the affiliate program. I am probably never going to go past that, but that's okay. I have no personal Twitch emotes at the moment because I'm a little lazy. But that's okay. So what that means is I've got channel points now, which have redemption value to them now. From today onwards, you can do subscriptions and shit like that, so that's great. But yeah, now there's like the actual Twitch channel points, which I have named bubbles, because axolotl themed and all that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna be able to deal with that. I'm honestly not sure where we left off last stream. I remember going out and eating with my family was the last thing I said on stream, or at least close to it. I do remember that we had started building up a house, but no way to light it up on the inside. So I think I ended stream in a boat with my torch on, which is very interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be fun dealing with all that. We're going to build things up as we go and all that, and just generally have fun. I also learned that I can do like channel commands to change things, which is going to be very interesting. I do have a few things set up already for some of it, but other than that, we'll be perfectly fine. I'm booting up the world right now while we're waiting for things to happen. And what is it? It's F5. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. I'm going to move my my little deck away from there, because otherwise I'm going to start hitting buttons that I don't know what they're going to do. All right. It's been a decent couple of minutes. I'm sure we'll be fine. All right. You'll have to give me a couple minutes. I know that I'm very talkative in the first couple of things, and then it slowly peters off, but that's fine. I can work with that. The plan for today is to just kind of build up the house, build up the area around the house, kind of get started with like actually trying to do a little bit of farming maybe, and then possibly some food acquisition, because I know I'm hurting for food. And possibly just like building up the house, that way it's pretty and all that. Let me actually grab one thing before I do this. If I remember correctly, this is still fine. Because there is a mod that yeah. Okay. There is a thing in here. It was a relatively recent mod-ish. Recently added, I guess. And what it did was essentially all the stuff that the reduced grind mod did, but it separated it out into a bunch of different mods. I wish I could remember the name of it. I know that it was all pretty much just the stock default thing. So let's see. That's not it. That's not it. Let's see. Gonna have to scroll down a little while to see this. No monsters really. That's a different mod that I can look at later. I know that it's somewhere in here. Let's see. I know this is kind of just like a fool's errand for this, but huh. I think one of the things is burn. Longer burning time. Forked from reduce grind. Yes. Okay. Is this also from... Nope. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. More flex loot. Is that also from... Yep. Okay. More animal loot. More firewood. Longer burn time. Longer torch time. That's fine. It's okay. Alright. It looks like these are the big ones that I wanted. Or I could just download the... Okay. I'm just going to download the most recent version of this. And I'm going to save and leave from that. Sorry if it seems like I'm just doing some stuff annoyingly. We're going to do that. Pull this up. We are going to go to... Where is it? Sorry, let me move this up and out of the way. There we go. It's taking forever to reach second gear. That's great. Okay, so one of the things that it's said to do is to go into Assets, Game, Patches, and then delete Chicken Rooster and Chicken Hen. Yes. What does the JSON file even do? Doesn't matter. Yep. It should fix it. It'll be fine. Alright. Then we go back into Vintage Story, not credits, but this. Open my mods folder. And we're just going to drag the mod in. Why did I do that? Alright. We're going to drag this into my mods folder. Yes, continue. There we go. If I reload the mods, reduced grind should be in here. Depending on the actual name of the mod, probably somewhere down here. Grind less mod. Okay. That just makes it easier for me later on, and that'll be fine. Let's see. I'm just going to do this. There we go. All right. And now we get to have the fun. All right, let me switch to the right scene. If I remember correctly, it's this one. Yay! There we go. Pawn 2. Let's go. One of these days I will remember the right key combination, or just swap them. That may just make it easier for me. But yeah, no, I have like a DIY Stream Deck thing, so it's literally just a second keypad. So it's just like, oh, this is something different, and I just have it set up as like a macro pad, so I can just tap it, and it'll do different things. Like this. See, I can change through all my different emotes. I really need to set something up so that way I can just give Chex a lot of little hats and shit, but I have channel points for that. Alright. It is late at night right now. I am in somewhat dire need, and I need to find clay. Okay. That is definitely a big thing I need to do. Let me sleep. Did I make a bed? Oh, I have the ancient, or the aged wooden bed. This'll be fine. You'll see how fine it will be. Alright. My rift activity is low, which is good. I'm gonna hunger when I wake up, though. Yep. Alright. Eat. 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 Alright. I don't think searching this coast will be a good idea to try and find some. That looks somewhat promising. Maybe. But I just need any kind of clay. My cat has decided that it is time for me to enjoy her presence, which I always do. Hello, honey. It's good to see you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I saw was a ravine. Maybe I should take that out of my hand? Nope. Alright. That's fine. This is spelt, which is one of the better ones. Hold on a second. I have a setting I need to change. Interface. Let's see. Yes, auto show hide. Okay. I guess it just takes forever. Alright. There is a trick that I have learned with those that I just don't want to do right now. I'll just remember that there's some stuff over this way. Let's see. Usually there's like clay and shit everywhere. There's flint and rock. Okay. That is like a genuine cave. Surprised I didn't take any damage. Yes, hello, love. There's actual carrots and all that. That's almost fully grown, too. Alright. Let's see. There's some more berries over here, so I can at least subsist off of berries for a little while. Food is always, like, the biggest concern when time passes. Let's combine those, that'll be fine. Yeah, and berries don't really last too long when they're picked, which sucks, but it's how it goes. These guys are nowhere close, yeah. Alright. I need to know if there's a way for me to differentiate clay and shit from the menu, because it doesn't seem like there's any over here. There is something up and off this direction, which intrigues me. So I'll go check that out. There's more spelt. Or maybe that was flax. There's amaranth. Yeah, okay. So amaranth is cool because it's just a huge thing. And it's 60 grain. And it's a hot temperature grain. Oh, these are ruins, okay. These are kind of cool. I'm sure there's a pot in here somewhere. Yeah. Forge pot, okay. There's another one over there. Food pot, that'll be fun. Junk metal. I don't want to stock up on crap at the moment. Clay! Yes. Okay. We have found clay. Do I have... No, I left all my sticks at home, like the good little boy I am. Okay. So what I need to do is take this, and it's just blue clay at the moment, which kind of sucks. If it wasn't blue clay, it would be a little bit better. But we make do. And it doesn't look like we have to worry about that, so we will just do this. Mark this as blue clay. And we'll do that, and a blue. And I'm just going to mine out as much of this as I can. And there we go. I got 51. That's not going to get me a whole lot. But you know what? Thankfully, it's not too far away from home. And it looks like... Yeah, you can't tell the difference of it at all. Okay. So I'm kind of stuck with just trying to find shit. There's a huge fire clay deposit over here. Okay. Jackpot. And it sounds like there is a chicken as well. Boom. Alright. Oh yeah, no, that is a massive fire clay deposit. So it doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about clay at all anytime soon. There's white currant bushes as well. That's good. Alright. So we have a lot of food nearby. And there's parsnips growing there. Gonna leave those guys. I'm gonna leave those. There we go. Yeah, it's a flowering currant bush. Those are flowering and ripe. Okay. Turnips, which is good. I don't really need flowers, so I'm just gonna grab those turnips. Just find someplace I can place these. It'd help if I was being smart and actually click the right thing. Alright. Right, forgot that it will also give me the seeds for it. Grass is renewable. I'll be fine. Alright. Food is going to be my big limiting factor at the moment. So we're going to deal with that as it comes. And, you know, just see how it goes and all that. But that's alright. I'll deal with it. Alright, back to the little house that we have here. I need to clear this out. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's that. We have a lot of stuff I can't really store on the ground. That's great. That's glorious. Alright. make a tool rack. We're going to use this real quick. We're going to put that there. One of the mods I do have installed allows me to do that. If that hasn't been added to vanilla already. We can also store my ore up there if I remember correctly. Yes, we can. Okay, we're going to put those there. Let's see. Fire pit, that's fine. We need a stick. I'm going to make some of that. Alright. This is going to suck. Removing all the grass in here is awful. Eventually, I will either replace this with, like pathing or rocks, something like that, so that way I don't even have to worry about things spawning in my house, which is thankfully a good thing. Alright. You get to live over here for a little bit while I just clear out the rest of this. So I'm getting double duty from this. I'm getting the grass I'll need to fire my stuff, and then the things that I need to kill, and I'm just getting rid of all of the grass. Double duty. Hey Finn, I'm doing good. How are you? Did I get rid of a thing? Oh no, it deleted all of it, so that's why it's not working anymore. Right. Give me 1 second. Oh, I know there's something in here. Is it a, yeah, it's a widget, okay. Let's see. Speaker.robot. Why is... I'm glad to hear that. I forgot I turned off TTS at the moment. So, it's been fun, and then a lot of my things broke. But yeah, Finn, look, I got like actual Twitch channel points now. It's gonna be pretty fun. Can I store these? No. Okay. Yeah, I finally decided after a few months of just not dealing with the, Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, I dealt with, not making anything for a while. Or being, I guess technically, like available for, being available for the affiliate program, and I finally joined. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna do ingot molds, and then we're also going to start the storage base. All right. Right. Oh no, it's not .help, it is /help. Okay. /help Napster. Legacy args. Napster, I think it's C, and then pixels, and then I think the max is 8 voxels. There we go. Okay. See, now we're cooking. Ooh. Is X skills still working? That's my alloy calculator. Yes, it is. Processing pottery. Yeah, we're up. All right. Yeah, so the new game has added some, or the new version of the game has added some things that I did not know existed before this. So I'm gonna have fun dealing with some of that. One of the things being, you have to have tongs in your inventory in order to hold hot things. All right. Let's just. I'm gonna place these back down. There we go. And these as well. And I need to make a few shovel heads. But yeah, it's been fun because I was figuring stuff out this past week or this past day, trying to figure out, okay, I can do this. I can also do this for like figuring out, okay, I can do these kinds of things with my channel point rewards and all that. All right. I think as long as I'm not gone too long, some of this should remain. Oh, I can just turn all this into firewood at the moment because I don't really have any other use for it. And I can just fill this up. Now we can just deal with firewood. Couple more. Yeah, there we go. All right. I need I need to deal with that. Ooh, ram and a horse nearby. Good, good. Some good early access for some food and all that. I think it's up and over this way. Here's some more amaranth. I think some of this is the same amaranth, actually. That's fine. Whew. Game lag. That is always fun. Alright. I'm gonna grab some more blue clay because I believe I need that for finishing off the pot that I have. Which sucks and doesn't suck at the same time. Combine those. We are going to eat some of the currants. Just plow through them. Fill up the saturation as I go. Yeah, fruit's gonna be one of my bigger eats from kind of recently. Alright. Yeah, so one of the things that I've been like watching recently is a YouTuber who goes by the name of Ilmango. I've been watching his videos on a Minecraft mod pack called Auto Terraformercraft. And Terraformercraft is actually the mod that this game was kind of inspired by. Like heavily inspired by. And it's been fun because that's like a modded mod pack for Minecraft and then playing along with this. And it's just been fun seeing him go through the early stages of the game again. Kind of like how I'm doing right now. Yeah, there's been some fun stuff going on. I'm getting ideas from him, which there's a lot of stuff that he is doing that I'm just like, how do you have the sanity to do that? And then a lot of the other stuff is just like how? How did you even think to do that? Because some of the early game machinery for this is insane. And I'm going to do the normal progression for some of this. Mostly because I have to. But one of the mods I have installed allows me to just kind of skip the first pickaxe stage, which is fun. So I'm gonna head back over to the house. It is 6 o'clock right now? In-game? Yeah, I did math right. Let's go. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna have to go to sleep fairly soon. But one of the things that's always interesting with the beginnings of these games is, where do I begin? Like, how long is it going to take me to start? And that's kind of the fun for me. Kind of just getting that very beginning part and just being like, okay, now what? We're gonna do one of those, and that'll be enough, actually. So even though I know I won't have enough for this right now, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to have enough storage space for all of this. So let's see, those four are 1, that's 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to want to make a couple more of the storage vessels. So we're going to do that one and then that one. And I have more than enough now to top all of this off. So one of the things that's going to be really fun is figuring out, okay, how am I supposed to do some of this now? I do want to check these tutorials. Close. So I'm just going to... Alright. We're going to drop that. Oh, it wants me to craft an extra fire starter. That's great. Okay. I mean, I guess I can go through this again. I'll need it eventually. 1, 2. And then it's... Doot. Oh no, it was just 1. Okay. This may take a couple of tries. I'm just going to leave all but 1 in there, and then just set it on fire. Yep. It wants me to craft a torch next. Which I will happily do. I just need to store some of that wood. I mean, I've already made a torch, but that's fine. I guess I completed one of them out of order. Alright. So, there's only the first steps tutorial. That's fine. We'll do guides. I needed another one anyways. Because I need to light up the inside of the house. Yeah, that'll work for now. Alright. Oh, my nose. My schnoz. It's fine. I'm just itchy. Do that. Yes, I know. Hello, love. I know I'm ignoring you. You're mad that I'm ignoring you. That's fine. Alright. Back to the completing this. Yeah, I want... Is cat, yeah. Nikki has decided violence today. Oh, hey, the caption's got my cat's name right. I'm surprised. Even the bank doesn't have her name correct. Yeah, she's adorable. She's either 6 or 7 now, which is kind of crazy. She is a little gremlin. I love her to death. Alright. Out here, we need to make an area for all of you. Okay. You want? I was gonna say, you want to know the perfect area? Oh, there are red currant bushes, like literally right here beside the house. That's fun. Okay. Oh yeah, that's definitely something that's going on right now. Okay. Yeah, one of the things we need to do is kind of just like clear out an area. Yeah, it looks like some of this is going to be really fucking annoying. Okay. What I need to do is make my little pattern here. How many of these do I need? I know I made the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So just 2 sets of 3. That's fine. And we'll do this one here, and then this one here. And we'll do the last one here. I think they can spread out by 3, so I'm going to do this one over here. If I start burning down some of this area, that's kind of fine by me. It'll die out before it has a chance to get anywhere. I forget exactly how far the fire will spread. Like up and down from a pit kiln. But I'd rather mitigate some of that damage. So I'm just gonna dig like a 2-wide perimeter around this place. Oh, those are black currant bushes. That's great. Okay. But yeah, my cat is adorable. I love her. She is awful. And she is an attention whore. But I love her to death. She is... she is baby. She is an absolute baby. And if she's not getting what she wants, she will just scream at you. It's it's honestly hilarious. Because she always does that when I'm streaming, by the way. She will just... Now. Give me attention now. And I love her for it. Yeah, I seriously don't know how far out this is going to be. But it should be enough, right? Yeah. Let's just say that. Alright, throw that. Grab that. Ooh, do these stack? I cannot remember if these stack. They do. I do remember that the big ones don't, but that's fine. Or like the final fired ones don't. I'm just gonna toss that as well, and I'm gonna grab you, so that way we can fill up one entirely. So we do 1, and then 2, 3, 4. And the last 2 things are the ingot molds, and every single one of these bowls. Alright. So, fun thing with these. There we go. I don't know why they need so much grass, but they do. Alright. I am half tempted to just make that a back corridor or something. Alright. Yeah, they need a lot of grass. Like, I had a full stack in this. Alright. Yeah, that's the duration I'm used to for firewood. Okay. And I should be able to just pick all that up, yeah. Alright. Now we just need tons of sticks. I think it's 10 per, so it should be a whole stick. Oh no, it's 4 per, my bad. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Can you blame me? Alright. I mean, you could. That's a dark mood. Oh, way up high, up in the sky. That's... That's an old song. I literally have that song saved in one of my playlists that's just called Oldies. It's like songs from the 80s and 50s or something like that. And one of the songs is just Dark Moon. Oh, way up high up in the sky, oh tell me why you've lost your splendor. That's literally just one of the lines. Also, yes, don't mind me just randomly singing. It's fine. And yes, Nikki does say that a lot to me. Just, mine. Pay attention to me. Ooh, I've never heard that one. You have given me something new to listen to, Finn. Yeah, I've never heard of Earth Angel. At least I think I haven't. There are a lot of songs that I don't remember hearing. Or that I don't know the name of, but I remember hearing. But I'll have to look into it. Okay. May have gone a little overboard with some of this. But you know what? That's fine. I'm probably going to break another knife on these guys. Ooh. Oh, it hit 12 o'clock. Okay. That's why the game lagged, because it was trying to tell me, hey, listen. Like Navi. I know that Napster has some other stuff that's in here. But I don't really care. Alright. Need one air block above. Dark moon. Oh, way up high up in the sky, oh tell me why you've lost your splendor. Dark moon. What is the cause of it? Is it the cause of it? I've lost my love. But yeah, I enjoy those kinds of songs a whole lot. And I will just listen to them every now and again. Because I can. Put Your Head on My Shoulder is a very good song. I will give it that. I think I can just light it up, right? Yeah, 20 hours to go. Alright. So one of the things that's kind of typical of these guys is they will just burn anything around them. Right, I forgot that I don't usually... I took my torch out of my hand. So I'm just gonna get rid of some of this grass that's all around it. I mean, it's a good excuse to get a lot of grass, too. I will also need to mark a place where I can just farm reeds or bring a whole bunch of cattail roots back. So we have 20 hours for all of that. And if a fire starts, Well, we'll find out about it pretty quick. Alright. So we're going to throw that back up there. Alright. So we have 20 in-game hours, so it'll be about the 5th until then. I need to figure out how to make some tongs. Smelting. Pair of tongs. Wooden tongs. I need flax twine. So that's 4 of these in an arrangement like that. And that is not nearly enough sticks. That is not nearly enough sticks. Alright, let me grab some of this wood from back out here that I kind of just left. Place you there. Place you there. Oh, I'm remembering why it's like this. I think Wildcraft has, or the wild farming thing has, something that I very much do not like in it. If I remember correctly. Hold on 1 second. I actually need to check the mods for this now. Because if it has this in it, I'm going to be very upset. Let's see. There. Mod config. Wild farming config. Yep, and it's got the growth stages. Yay! Yay! So, player grown trees and stuff of the like. Just straight up will have growth stages and will take a while to will take longer than it says on the tin to grow, which is really annoying. Especially when you just need wood. Alright, hold these in your offhand in order to handle red hot metal and the like. Cool. More tools. More tools. Yeah. I'm actually really happy that I got channel points already. Funnily enough. Because that means I can do stuff with it now. Alright. There we go. There's some of that. Taming horses is very interesting, and I will do that at some point. I need to go find... Brain broke. I need to go find reeds, and I think that's what this is showing down here. I'm used to it being... Those are fun rock groupings. I didn't notice those. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. Oh, and it's a lot of reeds, too. That's sick. Okay. Cat tails can be made into skeps, which is good for beekeeping, which I will need to do. I need to go find a bee. Some bees soon. But I need to find some armor first as well. Starter guide. I know that there's all that. Let's see. Progression, napping, clay forming, metal making. Pies. Let's see. Armor. Here's improvised body armor, which kind of sucks, but also kind of works. leg lamellar. I don't have any of that for right now. Alright. So it looks like the improvised body armor is going to be my best bet for now. Ooh, which mercifully is just, not a whole lot of things. Thankfully. Okay, and I'm very glad that almost none of this back here is burning. That's fresh for a couple hours. So these guys are going to be the first things I eat. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Now that I've got the longer burn times for things. Alright. I can't really make a whole lot. I need logs and that. Okay. So we're just gonna do that, I believe. And this. And then... I'm surprised that had enough on it. Honestly. Yeah, shit protection, but it's better than nothing. Which I had before. Yo, let's go. Okay. Do I need to make more tool racks? Not really. So this is the thing that I was talking about. This would help me just go ahead and mine out some of the copper. Once I find it, of course. So that way the only thing I have to deal with is, I want to make quite a few things to begin with, honestly. One of those things being another tool rack, so that way I can store some shit. Alright. We're going to put the pickaxe there. We're going to put my good shovel there. We are going to make more knife heads. And we are just going to store those with another tool rack, because this is just going to immediately fill it. Alright. So stocking up on the stone tools, they're not going to be much better than things, but they'll help. So we'll get a few more knives. I'm going to keep one extra on me, because the one I have in hand is about to break. We are going to want a few more axe heads, because I need to go on a wood hunting mission. Ooh, I need to check that config I have. There's a thing, it's stackables, I think? Stack sizes, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. I'll have to go through here eventually. And just change like the default stack size for some things. Alright. But I think doubling the stack size for logs would be fine. Alright, that's 6 heads, and that's 4 there, so I need another tool rack. There we go. And this is not going to be enough sticks for this, but that is a-okay. Alright. There's that. Pick up the tool heads again. That's fun. Alright. With those, we are going to make a few more. Alright. There we go. There's that. There's that. There's the other good one. And we're just going to place those back down. So that'll be fine. I know fat is used for a lot of things at the moment. Oil lamp. I should make one of those eventually. But it's also used for making the windmill and stuff. It's used for arrows? Ornate arrows. Okay. Polishing set. Interesting. Clay vat. Vat with a spouted lid. Stores up to 6 liters. Okay. Used for storage vessels. I'm not sure what storage vessels could use for that. But okay. Yeah, and it looks like this is good. We've gone 4 hours into that. Okay. Okay, so I can just convert these into storageable blocks as hay grass. Alright. There we go. Just haphazard. That's fine. We'll just put the single thing there. Alright. I should make a hoe. Yep. And eventually this will all finish. Okay. And this will perfectly fill up those last 2 heads up there. Alright. And I have enough. See, that's 16. Let's see. That's 14 plus 16, that's 30. 33. And yeah, I have enough in one of these hoes for one of them. If I remember correctly, for water like this, it's out to 3 from it. That still counts. Ooh, there is some Terra Preta over here, so let's gather this. Let me go grab that other shovel real quick. Because we only need 33 of it, but there's not enough on that for that. There's the other shovel. Oof. Alright. I already got that, cool. We need 33 Terra Preta, which, by the way, is very dark. Then again, most of this game is. Let me swap places with these guys. But we're gonna get some Terra Preta going. This should break this shovel, yep. And there we go, we got more than enough. So we're gonna bring it back over here. And go 1, 2. And then that'll be enough for that. So 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Do that. And we're just gonna hoe these. There we go. And then from this one, 1 and 2 out. Boom, boom. And I'm going to fill this corner in, because if I remember correctly, it is just as simple as this. Alright. And from this, it is out that way too, and then out this way too. We do boop, boop, boop. But from this one, it's out too as well. And it's there. So it is 1, 2 there. 1, 2 there. There's that. Fill this in. And 1, 2 for that. So we'll hoe this. But from this one, it is 1, 2, and that includes this one and then this one. Hey, hey. Getting a bit close there, sir. So, the scary things with these sheep is they do hurt. If you get too close to them, they will just smack you. And I'd rather not die again so quickly. Alright. 1, 2, 1, 2. Thankfully, they are walking away. Surprised this hoe is breaking so quickly, though. So we'll do 1 and 2. And one more out this way because of that guy. There we go. Hoe that, hoe that, hoe that, and hoe that. And we have 8 left, so I will do these guys. 1, 4, 5. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, this one too. Alright. Boop. And then... yeah, so it looks like there was one here as well. And then just to complete this off, I will also include this one. Boop. There we go. Okay. So there's all of our dirt and terra preta placed down. There's that. And now I need to go figure out how to make... I need to remember how to make fence. Fence. Let's see. There is the rough-hewn stuff, which is just log and stick. Which also means I need to go for a log hunting session soon. But I can't quite do that until I have some form of security for my stuff. And it does look like there is some out here and some out here and just a few down this way. We have 12 hours left on that. So let me come down over this way. And I'm going to grab some reeds. Because that'll be fun. Alright. Just to briefly do something, I'm going to... so one of the things you can make with reeds is a reed chest. And that's what? 3 times 8, that's 24 that I need. And these do regrow after a little while. So let's get 24 reeds, or cattails. And then, from there, we can leave some stuff, get rid of others. And just generally, we can go on our merry way. Hi, Lonesome. Welcome. I haven't updated that recently. The TTS stuff no longer works, but everything else in there should still work. Let's see. There we go. And now we just have our short little reed chest that I can place just about anywhere. I'm going to leave these guys in here. Alright. I can also leave those in here. It's slightly less spoil rate than in my inventory, but that's fine. Okay. Off we go to go get some much needed wood. Yeah, let's go off this direction because it seems like there are some bigger trees out this way that I can take care of. Also with my Terra Preta. So this guy we can take care of. Ooh. It looks like some of the trees got some weird stuff for the walnut. That's alright. And it does look like walnut's my main tree type out this direction. Yep, there's some more walnut seeds. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna take care of this last one. Okay. Where else? Of this direction, yeah, we should find some more. There's a lot of Terra Preta out this way, and some copper. So it's a good thing we found some of this already. Probably not a whole lot on the surface. Unfortunately, we've only got 4 of those, but it's more than alright for right now. Alright, more walnut tree. Let's go. Yeah, it's been fun. Ugh. Yeah, my stream's kind of boring on the commands front, Lonesome. I do have a few things, but most of them I have moved over to channel point redemptions. Because today's the first stream that I've actually done as an affiliate. Which is cool. Really happy about that. Yeah, I think I've made everything kind of cheap. Shouldn't take too long for most of it, at least. Alright. Yeah, I've already got more than enough walnut wood. For a little while, at least. There's also maple leaves and the like. Okay. Here's another walnut tree. Oh, my ears. But yeah. Alright. I'm actually very happy that there is at least some amount of copper nearby. Maybe not much, but thankfully some. Do I have enough axes for it? Surprise, surprise, I do. I've already gone through a couple. But that's fine. Alright. We're getting started. Let's go. Alright, I am definitely getting more than enough logs and sticks from all this. Making sure I pick up everything. Alright. Oh, and that one's actually oak. Okay. Alright, we are going to head back over to the house and deposit some of this. Alright. We haven't planted anything on this yet, but I need to eventually. How long dying? And the rams are sitting, the sheep are sitting right outside my house, so that's fun. Okay, I need to make at least one of these. So the rough-hewn gate is this. There's that. And then we can just split that up. And I'll just do a full 16 there and a full 16 there. And yeah, that should be more than enough. Okay. Pick that guy back up again. So I want to enter my little farm from here. That. I guess I can have one off this direction as well. There we go. I could put one over there as well, but there's no fun in that. Alright. And so the reason I'm putting those in the water is just so that way I don't even have to... So I do have one, it's just currently out of date, Lonesome. Most of it is fine. So it should be !mod list. Just know that mod list was made in 1.17, I believe. So it's just a little out of date. 1.17, I think is what I meant to say. If I said something different. Alright. Flax seeds. Put those there. We'll do those there. I really don't need these. But I guess I can just swap things out for them. Alright. Yeah, I have a lot of mods. I think the last count I actually did was 100 something, I think. No, it was like 70 something, I believe. Those are K crops. These are all N crops. That's great. I think parsnips and carrots are currently my only P crops that I have. That are nearby, at least. Let me go destroy that one turnip that's like over here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so it's kind of old. Don't trust it entirely. All right. So here's my little farm. There's my little house. I should make this out of packed dirt, honestly, so that way nothing can jump into it. Give it like a little roof and such. One of the things I will be able to do in a little bit will be the kind of just like encircling the house. So I am able to get into the farm at the moment. Nothing's guarding the farm. These guys are causing me anxiety. Door. Crude door. Yeah, log. That. Okay. So we'll do that, and then 2 walnut log. And it is better than nothing at the moment. I do like that nice little swinging animation, though. Alright, and then one thing I do know that I can do for these guys is if I don't know if this has been patched yet or not, but this was a trick that was taught to me by a viewer when he was in here. If you hoe the area directly underneath a wild crop, they will fully grow within the next day. I don't know if this has been reported or fixed or any of that, but we'll find out, because in the next day or so they will just say 12 out of 12, which currently these are 8 out of 12, 9 out of 12, and that's a 3 out of 12, so in the next day that should be great. Okay, these guys will be the next thing on my list to eat. I'm just slowly running out of things to eat. Is the way of the beginning days. Alright. If you will give me 1 second, I will be right back. I have to use the bathroom. I promise I will be right back. Yeah, I'm dropping everything. And boom, I'm back. Like a rocket ship to Mars. Alright. So we did some logging, which is great. Yeah, spawn's all the way over here. This is the original place I was thinking I was going to sell down. I still have yet to check up this direction or down here. But the map is filling out pretty nicely, honestly. I mean, since I have the food at the moment, I should go searching for some copper. Like some surface copper. So I did find some out over this direction. And I'm just going to check the area kind of basically just to see if there's any more of like the little nugget rocks that I can find. And I know these don't get too big, but that's fine. I keep hearing my cat sneezing. Alright. Let's see. Any more of the little nuggets? No, it doesn't look like it. That's fine. So we just go searching for more. That was a gazelle I just chased off. There's some more fire clay sitting right here. Fire clay. I think we did that color, and then this, and then save. And yeah, it was definitely that color. Okay. There's some nice little walnut stuff over this way. Some more sunflowers. It looks like sunflowers is going to be one of the closer food, like one of the closer grains that I have at the moment. They may be my main for a little while. As awful as it would be to try and mine copper over this direction, I'm still going to look for it. I did up the size and chance for it. Let me just block this gazelle in real quick, so that way I can get some food. Sick. So now she can't get out. This is going to take a few minutes, but I'll be able to get some stuff from her. That's going to be fine. Boom. There we go, last one. Let me just break some of this. You saw nothing, sheep. You saw nothing. Yeah, it would probably help if I was hovering over her. That's fine. There we go. That's almost a full inventory there. Just go ahead and eat this guy. Alright. Now we have a free inventory slot. And there's some more flax up out this way, which is cool. I'm not particularly interested in maple seeds. And the only thing vines is really good for is rope, and I don't really need that at the moment. I mean, to make a rope ladder, yes, but like, I don't really need this. I mean, there we go. There's no really other use for it at the moment, other than making ladders. There we go. There's some more of that, and then I will want the... dirt can be found anywhere. I just want the flax stuff, because the grain will be good later for porridge. Alright, there's no more up this direction. Looking for copper and stuff, as we do. Alright. I don't know why it would be up here, but it's still better to check than not. Sometimes you will get lucky and just see it poking out. But looks like I'm not getting too lucky. There is some soybeans here, which is great. Currently don't have any space for soybeans, but those are my cake crop. There's another cake crop. They will give me protein. I'm not particularly in a need for it at the moment. Hello, Jenny. Okay. Oh yeah, no, that is just straight up a cave. And I am not feeling caving at the moment. I thought those guys were dead. And I'm also not feeling like hunting in a forest, because that will get me killed. Empty black currant bushes. Every now and again, if you just break some of those, you will just get the final thing. Sterile bone. Oh, it's a bricklayer's thing. Used for porcelain. Bone ash. White phosphorus powder. Cool. I will get a ton of bones later on. I guess not for grain crops, it would seem. Okay. There's the meteoric iron that I found last stream. Ugh. This is going to be rather annoying. Alright. Any stone I find will not stay unturned. Why? I need to not have that in my hand. All right. Ow. Just a tiny bit of hurt. There are turnips out here, which is fun, but I've already marked those. Okay. There is borax out this way. I'm going to be really annoyed if that is the closest bit of copper to the house. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Anything out this way? Nope, that's just more flint. I am gonna grab that, though. I can't exactly get some of that right now. That is just a death pit. Yeah, that's a death pit. Okay. Where in the world is this going? Where am I going? Far away from home is where I'm going. It would seem. White currant bushes nearby. Some more amaranth. Some red currant bushes too. Okay. Those are white, those are white. I've already handled those. Okay. Once it starts getting dark, I start having a hard time seeing, even with accessibility features turned on. Alright, that's getting into like forested area. And I am not messing with that noise. Bears are fucking terrifying. Yeah, don't fuck with bears, kids. If you do, you will get seriously messed up. Alright. It doesn't feel like I am going to find any anytime soon, unfortunately. More! Right here, right as I say something about it. Let's see, that's 13, you need... Well, I need 20 to get started. Because I have the stone pickaxe, that is a fucking rift. I need 20 to get started. Because I already have a pickaxe. So... if I check here, there's a large distance there, so I'm sure I can find some if I head down this direction. Oh, that was fun. That was lightning. That is another new thing that I have not messed with yet. Playing with lightning seems like a bad idea. 9 times out of 10, if I'm going to be honest. I do not have enough hunger for this. These will go bad tonight. Or slightly start going bad this morning. More flint. There we go. Flint there, that's fine. Alright. There is a horse. His name is Course. And he likes to talk about marigolds. What the hell am I saying? Oignon. And we do tuber. Alright. Where's the sun? The sun is over there. Alright. We need some more copper, please. Some more surface copper. I just need 7 more little fucking nuggets. You please show up, as I would love it. Alright. I forget what Z is tied to. I know it's tied to something. That's why I didn't make it my Zoom key. But I do not remember what it is tied to and why I didn't make it my Zoom key. Because right now my Zoom key is Grave. Yeah, I'm gonna work on getting my mod list updated after stream today, I think. Now that Lonesome has brought that up. Because I think I am just going to stick pretty close to what I had before. Well, it's not pretty close at this point. It's already changed kind of significantly. Okay. I don't think it's going to get much better. That's a big boy. Yes, he is. Hello. It's all done. It's so cool. Yeah, that's already grown a couple stages. All right. Surprisingly, torch is still good. Okay. Toss that in there. Can I ground store rope? No. No. How could you do this to me? That's fine. I do have these fibers, which I can store here. And that will allow me to grab my brand new storage vessels. Yeah, let me just come in here. I'm going to empty out my inventory into one of you. Holy cow, you are huge. It's a big boy. He's pretty big. Oh my. Oh my gosh. That is such a worse perish speed. Holy cow. Grain and veg. It's better if it's in my inventory than not. Nine hours versus 13. So sick. Let me go ahead and grab some of the other stuff. And then we grab bowls. And oh, this has to be empty here. Screw you. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, now we have all the storage vessels we could want. Let me actually do this number. And then, if I remember, it's that. We can put you there. Okay. What I just did was put something on my back that's from the carry-on mod. We can put all of these guys into here. We want one of them there, and then we can put the rest of these in here. Okay. So what I want to make is flax porridge. You can't do porridge with meat. Maybe you can do meat with grain. You cannot. Okay. Meat with... I can do one of these guys. And then these guys as well. So we do one of them. And yeah. Okay. That'll work. So we just grab a handful of those. We just load this bad guy back up. Light it on fire. And boom. Our very first cook. Very first cooking bit. While that's up and cooking, let me... how many days do we have left? 1 day left until monsters start appearing. So I will grab this guy. And I, for now... Do I have any dirt? No, because I threw it out. Right. I remember. We're going to get some dirt. I'm going to clear out around these little saplings here. Alright. I just need a little bit of the stuff. And then out of the back here, I can start digging into that mountain. So if I do this, and let's just designate... I guess right in front would probably be best, sadly. So we'll just toss these guys up here. Boom, boom. And we will just move you. All right, right. I have that turned on, which is fun. So I can't move the racks. There we go. And we do you. All right. And so we just punch a hole through this. We grab our fertility soil. It's almost like it was made for this. And we just dig in a little bit. Because you want a mostly cool area out here. And we're just going to dig a little 3x3, I believe, is what I need. Yeah, this is going to be exorbitantly slow, but that is fine. So, I guess one more in should be fine, and then we dig a little 3x3. That should be more than enough space. Yeah. So here's the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Considering how much we are going to store in here for a little while, I think that should be more than fine. Alright. Now, putting it deep inside is going to suck. So we're not going to put it deep inside. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. See, it's 1.1 there. If we come out here, it is 1.2, 1.24 out here. But if we seal it, give it a chance to update, I believe, this will go down significantly. And we can store just about everything in here. 4 days, 4 years, 1 year. Yeah, see, there goes. And this is generally the best way to store your food. What's virtual error? Virtual terror. Sorry, messed that wrong. Read that wrong. But sure, what's up? How are you gonna ruin my day? Let's see. Why? What's up? We put this back in here. Okay, that is a funny way to do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Thank you for doing that. That's funny. I haven't had that done before. But that's funny. Alright, let's move these sticks real quick. For now, I will just place them here, because I don't remember how much is going to be put in one. Yeah, those are fine. Yes, it is. These guys will have a death date on them eventually. That's fine. This was just meant to be very quick, just make it. And I have 13 here. I need... That's 0.4 of a serving. Let me grab one of these at least. There we go. And leave that in here. We need to eat this. Alright, put that there. Okay, I won't need to be carrying this axe on me. Sleep is just death being shy virtual. I want to check this area back over this direction out. It doesn't look too bad, at least in this lighting. I need to find 7 more nuggets of copper before I can start doing the real work. I should probably also make... before I head out, yeah, let me go make that. I need to make a hammer mold. Which should probably be... probably should have been one of the first things I made, honestly. But you know what? It's better than nothing. Alright, we do... That's a shovel mold. Where is said hammer? There it is. Alright. And there we go. Let me just bring this over here. Woo! Yeah! I thought as much. Yeah, they haven't fixed this yet. We literally just saw that take over. That is hilarious. Okay, yeah, so we've got a bunch of sunflower grain now. Oh, I can finally pick this up and put him away. Hey, can you put the raft on a tool rack? I would expect not. Yeah, no. That would have been funny, but no. Alright. Sleep is for the weak. Okay. We need to... I got a little bit of vegetable in there. That's fine. Alright. So we've done essentially just a sweep of this area. So I'm going to find some of this area out here, find some of that, see how that goes. Actually, while I'm still here and I still have yet to make that, let's do some more bowls. Alright. So we're going to make a bunch of bowls so that way we can make some oil lighting. Because it will be a while before we get to, before we get to the state of lanterns, which are the staple, all things considered. Yeah, that's all my grass there, by the way. Okay. We will do this. There we go. I will grab all my grass and decompress it. We'll grab you. There we go. Decompress all of that. And... there we go. Okay, yeah, that is all the way topped off. Mop. And we'll put you in there. And then I need sticks. I don't believe that is enough, but I will find out very quickly. Yeah, that's not enough. These guys, however, are getting along very quickly. I'm actually kind of surprised. Because there we go. Boom. Alright. I'm surprised that hasn't dropped on me just yet. 37 already. Living your life, one, be in denial and think that money carrying your pocket is worth something. Yikes, virtual. That last one is awful. But yeah, I guess. There is a fourth option though. And go on knowing that everything is fine. I am not sure why you posted that in chat though. Let me place these out here. Right, yeah, no, I need to put these away. Take my this and this out. Do this and sort. And then right, I needed more sticks. And I do need that axe. Thank you. Yeah, that's my busted axe. Alright. I shouldn't have made all of those into sticks, but hindsight is 20/20. And we'll just grab a couple more of these. Yeah, just grab the rest of them. The inside of the house is fine. Could be a lot worse. I've had worse starts to this game, honestly. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to, one, put this here. I do not mean to keep adding fuel to that fire. Two, we are going to put all that in there and close that back up. And I believe now we should be good to go check out this area back over here. It looks like there's some more redwood forest back over this way. So I will need to see if I can find some, actually. I do have some soil blocks, so I will grab these. And I'm just going to turn these into packed dirt. And we will just deal with it as it comes. 5 hours on these guys. Alright. We're going this direction. Yeah, fruit, grain, and vegetable are kind of sucked on my end. That's fine. Alright. More carrots. That's fine. Alright. Those guys will be 20-ish hours out for what's needed of them. Let's grab some spelt. There we go. And we're looking for the magic little rocks. Let's see. I say magic, but really it's just a little bit. Just like little orange rocks. That's all I'm looking for at this point. Is that lead or borax? That's lead. Okay. So we'll mark that. Yep. I get the feeling that the lead is going to be the major definer out this direction. Which kind of sucks. Alright. Let me check the top of this hill. And it doesn't look like there's any copper up this direction. Which is fine. There is, however, some red currant bushes. There is a lot of bushery around my house. Is that is still lead, okay. Let's see. Some more flint, which is still kind of necessary at this point. Oops. At least there is borax, right? I didn't mean to be holding that. Borax and shale. Alright. My dog is downstairs barking at something. Let's see. White currant bushes. Yeah, there's a lot of bush. Like a lot of berry bushes around the place. Alright. Yeah, that's still part of the same lead deposit. That is a lot of lead. Let's see. Yeah, let me just do stick. Slightly wet, but that is okay. Inventory is slowly filling up. I just need that little bit of copper. What is that? That looks like coal or lead. Yeah! Alright. Let us see. There's got to be something out this direction at least. Yeah, I don't want there to be no copper near home. I mean, there already is some copper near home. But, like, that's just surface copper, and I haven't really looked into any of the other coppers. I haven't really found anything other than those 2 deposits, which fucking sucks. Alright, is there anything else? That should be fine. Alright, let's go over here. Let's see if there's any in this little forested area. I only need to be there for a little bit. Alright. Some berry bushes out this direction. Let me just pull this out because this is like prime bear territory, it would seem. Alright. Cranberry bush. And some red currants out this direction. If you'll see, I am trying to avoid the caved and wooded areas because bears hit harder than drifters. Bears are terrifying, dude. That is like a super maple tree. It's like busted. Is that a fucking horse in the middle of the water? Water horse. No, he's fucking drowning. Okay, no, he's not. Water horse. Water horse. Water horse. Water horse. Water horse. He's slowly swimming. That is great. I kind of don't want to go out and try and save him. Mostly because I know it's a fool's errand. Especially right now. Sorry, but as soon as I start seeing forest flora, I start getting scared. Like, oh, sick. Mushrooms could spawn here. Technically. But also, oh, sick. Big killing machines out here. Possibly. Especially when it's like densely wooded like this. It makes it even more terrifying. Is that a fucking house? It was. That is a brazier. I could grab that. Lore! And debarked birch log. Cool. You get tossed, sadly. I'm not going to be able to pick that up. But that's sick. I do know that if I were to go into that redwood forest, I'd be able to see things a lot easier. Also, don't mind me, I'm just being very, very cautious. Okay. That is unless the fucking redwood forest is taken over. Jesus. Okay. How am I supposed to get up into this structure? This is how. This is cool. Yes! Okay, I need you. There's probably more somewhere. There's something down over this direction. And another one over there. It's weird. But yeah, no, as soon as I hear a, as soon as I hear a silly little bear, I am running for my life. Oh, these are the ruined bookshelves. Okay. Not the working ones, apparently. Oh, this is that's the one that I ran into earlier. Okay. It looks like it's like a spread out village sort of deal. Okay. Unfortunately, I have not found copper yet. Alright, there's borax. Borax? That almost sounds like Borat. He's a funny guy. There's also lead in here. There are some sheep. That is a pig, and that is a pig. Okay. I get scared for a second thinking it was a wolf. But. So it's looking like this forest is... Yes! There is more copper! Okay, please be more than just 2 little stones. Darn you! Darn you and your fancy hat. I need this copper. Alright. Slowly going to get some, at least. And yes, this is a little far away from home. And it's medium copper! Let's go! Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okie dokie. I knew it was going to be a good idea to come into here, but also a very stressful one. That is more lead. Alright. Alright. We are going to go this-ish direction. Try to find some more. That is another pig. Let's see if I can find some more. If not, I'm going to be sadly upset. Yeah, baby! Let's go! I got 31. That is almost enough to just go ahead and make a set of tools. But... I'm just going to make my way home. And, deal with that later. Alrighty then. So there are 2 deposits in there, and that is a killer mushroom. Yeah, these are one of the ones that like suck. Yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts. Those ones just suck. So cranberries last the longest, but they have the least amount of nutrition, if I remember correctly. And then Uh, oof. Then it is I think just the currants are next. So they're the red, black, and white currants, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I have to say if I remember correctly, because more often than not, I don't. Because I just suck at remembering things. These are already starting to rot, so I'm just gonna eat the rest of them. And that'll be fine. Alright. And now we have a free inventory slot for onions, which are a pea crop. And yes, I know I could have done that trick to those, but who cares? I sure don't. Let me remove that onion. There we go. Okay, it looks like the guys aren't living outside my house anymore, which is good. More of these. There we go. And we gotta work our way back over this direction. And boop, boop, and a boop. Combine those back together, and we are fine. There we go. These guys out here will be just fine. This guy's almost fully grown. 12 hours left on those. Alright. Now, the next big thing we need to make is going to be charcoal. Charcoal is going to be annoying to make. Let me get rid of some of this. Let me... There we go. Now that's an infinite source of light, because they do not burn out in the torch holders. Ingredient for cobblestone or stone paths. Cool. Stone path gives you a faster walking speed when you're on it. Alright, I want to do a little 2x2x2, which means I need 32, 64, 128, 256 of logs. Not logs, firewood. And I just do not have enough of that right now. Which is kind of understandable. Alright. Grab my axes. And off we go. We're gonna go over here to get some of that wood. Actually. Boom. 64, 128. Alright. So 2 stacks of wood. That's what it takes. 2 full stacks of wood, I should say. Alright. We are going to do this like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. There we go. So there's that. And we're going to finish this one off. That one's also a stack of 32. And then here is the last one. And now we just surround it. Like this. And then boop, boop, and boop. And we do that, and then we set it up like this. And now we're able to start working on that charcoal. Get one. I think it's just 4 is needed. There we go. Boom. And this will become, yep, charcoal pit. Then we light it. And then we do that. And if we see smoke rising up out of it, which we do. Yeah, it should be fine. It shouldn't need all the corners locked. If I remember correctly, it's like it just needs a room. And so that'll take a certain amount of time to burn down. This guy is slowly going down. Alright. And here are my beautiful little crops. The turnips suck, sadly, but the sunflowers will be fine. So that's cool. Yeah, it should be more than fine. Alright. I was about to place that down and realized I didn't need to. Alright. So let me grab my crucible real quick. Place that there. And 1, 2, that'll put down 11. Yeah, 100 units of copper. That's all that will be needed. Okie dokie. But I will, however, go on that chopping spree. I do not need that fat. I do not need the rest of these. That can live in my offhand. The pickaxe will be fine here. Extra knife is fine. These are good. Alright. And I will have enough to make some more. So I'm just going to get a full inventory of wood. And just go on destroying shit. These big trees won't know what hit them. I'm going to destroy everything that's out here. Alright. So this is gonna be the really slow part. Slow and annoying part. Sorry, I grabbed a drink at just the wrong time. Alright, all of this walnut wood is going to be placed around the house eventually. Or the walnut seeds. Also, look at that pretty white horse. Is this oak? No, it is still walnut. Alright. And I do have like a little tab down here so that way I can see how much of this is going to be actually in my inventory. So because some of these guys will just kick me hard, I'm actually kind of scared of what they're going to do. Because I know that the sheep and the horses will just fight back. Alright. We walk around. Hello, horse. That is a mare, which means I could get a breeding... I could start breeding horses. Which would be fairly interesting, I guess. Alright. Yeah, 13 things already. I think I may have overdone it with all the logs I've gotten. Wait a second, level 2 in the survival skill? That's amazing! Let's do huge stomach for right now. Huge stomach makes it so that way I increase. not increase. Makes it so that way when I eat, I have more space in my belly. Like, I'm able to fit more saturation just in general. And as far as I know, the X skill stuff just keeps going. Because I've never really played with it just normally. I have, however, gotten the whichever one it is that allows you to put more food in Crocs. Which, that one's fun. Any more out this way? It's fine. Alright. I think 1 or 2 more should be fine. Let's do this detached one over here. As long as I have enough storage, I should be fine. Alright. Ooh, I know someone who's gonna be really angry that I changed TTS from a command to a channel point redemption. Eli's going to hate that. Funnily enough. That's alright. They can get over it. Oh, these have already been claimed. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. So I was right in saying that 1 would be more than enough. Do I want to pick up that, or do I want to pick up more sticks? More sticks. Honestly, sticks are more versatile than those at the moment. Alright. Yeah, that's good. I think I've picked up enough. I think I'm good to head back home. Also, the little ewes are so adorable. Or the little sheep. Ewes are the females, rams are the males, and I keep forgetting that. I do have a breeding pair right there, which is good. Sort that. Alright. That is 42 walnut seeds, good lord. That's a lot of walnut logs. Okay. We should be fine, right? Yeah. Alright. So, after tonight, the monsters will start showing up. So, let me go ahead and make a light oil lamp. And I'm just going to put that there so that we don't have to worry about it. There we go. Eventually, that will join up with that one. But not tonight. I love how he's just sticking his little face in. That is adorable. Okay. I need to make... Where did I put my sticks? There we go. I need to make a shovel. I need to make a couple shovels, actually. And probably 1 more pickaxe head. Because while I still have the time out now, I'm going to take care of some of this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the copper that's out around the house, and then from there, just come back loaded. Because that would be huge. Alright. Stick. Not stick. Shovel. I'm very dumb. Could you tell? Okay. So the light is going to be a little bit less for a little bit, but that is a-okay. This guy is probably more than ready to be plucked. Yep. Alright. So let me go ahead and take care of this. Sort that. Nope, wrong button. There we go. We do this. Should fall back on me, yep. Boom. And we just place this back down. 15 hours on that. 3.1 days for that. So let me just very quickly and quietly do this. And then we... Oh, let me pick that back up. Grab something inconsequential, like all these vines. And we just throw that there. Boom. Boom. And we just light that. There we go. This one will be more... That should be more than enough for that. Hello, sir. Alright. Gotta come off over this direction. And it was right here, it would seem. Yep. Alright. Dig down. Alright. Seal myself off so that way I don't have to worry about the monsters for right now. And then we just dig my way, and then we just dig our way down to that sweet, sweet, delicious copper. Should have made a couple other molds while I was at it, but hey, you live and learn. I should have enough now to figure out where all my stuff is going to be. Because I do know that... There we go. Oh, it's poor copper, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright. Yeah, I've dealt with less copper than this before. It's usually only one, maybe two things thick. Alright. So let me dig out this a little bit, and then we can work our way further down. So I do right here would be a step, then this would be a step, and then we dig this one. And one more down. And here we go. Okay. Because I'm not having to worry about the drifters spawning right on me, it's okay. Yes, gaming. Good to see you, Yura. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since, but I'm back gaming again. So, is it going that direction? I'm doing alright. I've already made it to day 5, but that's also the end of the the monster timer, or the grace period that I got set up, so I'm doing alright. I have had worse starts to this game. Yeah, I've already hit, I think, level 2 in the survival skill. I think by doing all of this, I'm going to be getting a higher level in the mining skill as well. But everything should be fine. I think I chose the Malefactor class. Yeah, I chose Malefactor for my Malefactor for my... Ooh! That's fun! Yeah, I'm dealing with some of this. I feel that, Yura. I've started to try and make videos. But it's that's gonna be fun. At least you got hired as a video editor. But yeah, I'm having fun with this. I've spawned a little whiles away. I spawned all the way out here in a redwood forest. And then I searched this entire plane here for someplace that'd be nice to settle. And then then I walked down this direction and I finally settled over here. So it's been fun. Yeah, I just don't know how to edit or what to edit. One of the things I'm probably going to do, starting out doing the YouTube thing, is figure out kind of what the style of video I want is, and then hire an editor and see how that goes. Or just see how they edit stuff. Because I've got I've got nothing on this right now. Just editing the short little the two little shorts clips that I did is it was awful. Because I hadn't done any video editing in like a year. But yeah, I've done like 2 clips. Wait, someone's in the someone Discord pinged me. What? What do you want? Oh. They were pinging before a D&D session. That's great. But yeah, I'm hoping to get back into the whole streaming vibe again. Yeah. They're essentially just the clips that I've made for this channel, but edited down. So I'm slowly working on it. Probably the first thing I will do is like this is what I did in the first week or the first month of this, which if I keep planning to stream will be very interesting. Actually, what am I saying? Yes. That one was very fun. That was my, dying 50 hours into a world. It was a 50-hour run, and I died. That one hurt. I actually got, like, super pissed and ended the stream after that. That one was very funny. I was like, that's 50 hours into a world that I just lost in the blink of an eye. I was like, I'm done for today. That was at the end of like something like I think it was like a 4 or 5 hour stream or something like that. And that sucked. I was like, I was all ready to do stuff. I was ready to end stream. And it was like, oh, I'm gonna finish this off next stream, and that hurt. That like actually hurt. Alright, I need the food here. Yeah, thankfully my gamer rage is just I get very depressed very quickly. Instead of just throwing shit and getting angry. Thankfully. I think I've gotten most of the copper out of that, honestly. But a good 30 pour from that's not too bad. Alright. How much longer do we have on these bad boys? 1 hour, so these will be done soon. And that's still going. Alright. Monsters begin to appear. So if that's the case, I am just going to go to sleep. You don't get to appear if I'm asleep. Boom. It's gonna be 9 in the morning when I wake up, I think. Close to it, at least. I need a drifter to protect my house. So, give me 1 second while I do some of that. Early drifter protection. It looks ugly and very annoying, but it works. Alright. Boom. Drifter proof. Even up there, even though I know nothing's going to really be up there. Alright. These bad boys out here are done. Yep. Boom. And we just hold right click over all that. Coolio. Those will be taken care of soon. Is this done? I think. Yeah, it's done. Alright. I would have been so sad if this failed. I would have been so sad. I don't know how it would have failed, but I would have been so sad if it did. But yeah, I'm finally an affiliate. I finally bit the bullet and was like, I'll be fine. But yeah, finally affiliate. I got channel points and shit. So let's go. I have set up a few of the channel rewards at this point. And I have tested them. They do work. But I'm actually really happy with it now. Alright. Pain time! There we go. And we are going to just grab these guys, and we are going to get you up to temperature, my friend. Alright. I'm actually kind of happy about all that. Alright, so the burn time for this is 384 seconds. I don't know why it's specifically that. That's not like an even time. That's fine. Now this is 800 seconds. So this burns longer, but I want to get that up to temperature first. Alright. And I need the tongs. Boom. We're just gonna open both of these at the same time and doop. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Hold these in your offhand in order to handle red hot metal and the like. This gets up to 700. This gets up to 1300. I'm always surprised that there isn't technically like a fuel in this that can get you all the way up to like vaporizing temperatures. Yeah, that's an absurdly long burn time for that. I will say that. Alright. Yeah, 1 is more than enough to get it up there. So 2, 3 maybe for that. And the rest can just live in one of these. There we go. Alright. Pop that up there. Pop that back down there. We are going to go back over to this section over here. And we're going to get the rest of this copper. I at least want to get into... Ooh, no. What we are going to do is we are going to grab some of my clay, and we are going to clay form. I am surprised the crude door has not popped off its hinges yet. I am honestly surprised by that, unless that got removed recently or something. Think. Right. We need molds. I'm gonna do 2 specific, let's do 3 specifically. Alright. We've already got that one. We need the anvil mold. The... Phalanx. Pickaxe. I might as well go ahead and make all of them, honestly. Pro pick. Definitely need that. And then we do... That's chainmail. Axe. Let's do maybe 1 more, considering I have 6 things that I can do right now. That's fine. Spear, bullet. I mean, we could do spear. I mean, spear wouldn't be bad. So we already have anvil, phalanx, pickaxe, prospecting pick, axe. Yeah. All right, and then we do shovel, I guess. That'll be fine. All right. I don't have nearly enough clay to do all this, but that'll be fine. I'll deal with it. Let's do the anvil first, because that's going to be needed for sure. And the one thing I'm not going to change for Napster is the durability for hammer. Because why? Why would I want to do that? That's the phalanx. We're gonna need the pro pick. This will just help me find everything. There's that. We'll do the axe. And I'm going to combine these together. I'm going to do the pickaxe, which is going to take a lot of this clay. And I think I'm going to have just enough to start the shovel. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to finish this. Yeah, I thought as much. Alright. That's fine. I do have a couple of shovels, thankfully. Do that. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. Boom. 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 And then the last one will go in there. Alright. All of my blue clay is up over here. Yeah. Alright. I do have a lot of berries around, which should be fine. Hey, look, a horse. Whoa. If I remember correctly, like, my foraging skill goes up the more I collect from berries or something like that. Or the more berries I collect. I don't quite remember with X skills. It's been a minute. But I think if I beeline for just all the copper, like getting into the Copper Age, I will be more than ready to start doing some of that work. Because I do have extra chests in here, I believe. Which will enable me to just add more stuff. Which will be sick. Just more stuff to singular chests. Chest monster it up. Eventually I will need to do like a storage system or something. But until then, I can do all this. Which is going to be glorious. Alright. Sorry, I was checking my phone. Alright. I think getting 3 stacks for now should be fine. If not, it's alright. Hey, butterfly. I know that you can grab those now. I forget how, though. Oh, no, I don't forget how. It's literally just called a bug net. I forgot about that. Alright, 3 stacks, exactly. That's a lot of sheep in there. Also, this is a lot of fire clay. I have like 2 very large deposits of fire clay nearby. Which is extremely helpful. I'm not searching for either types of clay now. Alright. This is for surely done, yes. Okay. Where? Okay. Apparently I put it back away for some reason. There we go. Alright. Pull you out. It only needed the 1, surprisingly. Alright. Bow. Alright. Let me do this number. We can put you back up there, along with this fire starter that I will probably never use. And there we go. That was a bit overkill for that. That is A-okay, though. Alright. I've made a few knives in my time. Yeah, knife. Nope, that was a hoe. That's a knife. 3, to be exact. I have made 3 knives. We eat the rest of that. Pop that into there. We're gonna grab this. Ooh, those only stack up to 8. I thought they stacked up to more. Alright. There we go. And once that is no longer liquid, copper has just solidified, I should be fine, I guess. What's I going to do? Grass. Alright, first, grab the little bit of grass that I have there. And next, we just start plowing. Do /Napster. I think it's H is harvesting. And we do speed of 2. 1.5. Speed 2. Five. Oh, it only goes up to 2. Okay. Smithing, panning, napping, harvesting, clay forming. Okay. I'm not sure how much faster that is, but I guess it's faster. Let me just get rid of all of this real quick. Got quite a bit going on. Need to find something that just makes it so that way grass that's not eaten is just absolutely tiny. I forget exactly how much grass I need, so I'm just going to get a shit ton. I believe the metric, or the the equivalent to that is just a lot. So we just, we build from there. There we go. Hey, what the fuck? I have never been hit by lightning before, and the first time it happens, it's the brand new world. Holy shit. That scared me. Oh my god. Oh my god. That scared me. I literally have nothing metal. How did I get hit? Oh, I'm slightly shaken up for that now. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Oh. Oh my god. That took out 5 health? I could have done a lot more. Oh my god. Alright, that should be more than enough wood for that. Alright. Yeah, it'll be more than enough. Alright. Holy cow. I was not prepared for that. I don't think anyone could be. Ow. Why is it tossing out multiple of them? Did I just... Okay, I was about to say, if I duped them... Holy cow. Does this require to be cooled down now? No. Okay. I've got my copper hammer! Let's go! 300. That's 3... No, that's 1,500 units of copper. Holy cow. Yeah, that's just a bit. Alright. I think I've got enough copper for a little while. Just a little bit. Okay, let's do some extra shit. We need to go and fire all that stuff that we just placed down. There we go. And that'll be just fine. Alright. We have a ton of walnut seeds and a couple oak seeds. We should probably plant those soon. Sooner rather than later. Alright. How much exactly is all that? Where did I put the crucible? It's in my inventory. Okay. How much exactly do I have? 1,600 at the moment. Alright. If I had enough at the moment, I would do that. So I have 1,600. Which, for now, is not going to be a whole lot. Alright. We're going to toss those in there. We're going to sort all that. Alright. This will last me for a little while. But what do I have out here? That'll last 3 days. These will last for a long while. So that's a very slow thing. So let me do this. Yeah, there it goes. Drops right back down. 16 days in here, several years for all of this. So that's good. Sunflowers will probably be my biggest thing for a while. Yeah, because it looks like it has the same nutritional value as... That's 300 saturation for fully cooked bread, it would seem. And spelt, I think... Yeah, also gives 300 for fully cooked. Fresh for 8. Meanwhile, this is fresh for 8 as well. Okay. Alright. That's fine. We can work with that. We will make one more oil lamp. Just for specifically our friend in here. X, and we'll just put one in there. So that way at least it's illuminated in there and nothing can really spawn in there. Alright. That'll take forever to go down. Where is the rest of my charcoal? There it is. There we go. Alright. So, next big thing I want to do for this stream is... What is that? That's fire clay out there. Okay. Is... Eventually I want to bring home some of these. Yeah, eventually I want to bring home some of the stuff that I left out here. There's also a trader here. Alright. Let's see. What else? Eventually I'll be able to mine that iron up. Ooh, but what I need to find is tin. And I don't really have a whole bunch of tin. Alright. Those will be 18 hours, that's fine. So we grab that, we close that, we grab this. 2 days, but I need to sleep. Actually, no, I need to not sleep. What I want to do is... Eventually I will break all that down into some wood and stuff. I guess doing some clay forming would be fine. I need to make some more of the big guys. The, words. The storage vessels. I need to make some more of those. So, let's do this. One there, and one there. That'll take up a full row of them. If I want to make more food, I can. I have enough for it at the moment. My fruit and veg are fine. My grain and the like need to go up. So, boom. We grab enough for 6 from each of these. So we do... let's just do all sunflower. That'll be enough for grain. It'll just be all grain. Actually, we'll just wait for making some more food. I still have a few that'll last me a while. Alright. I can do these normally. I'll do these ones normally. It'll take most of the night. Do this. Doing these normally feels weird now, considering I've had Napster for so long. And we'll do this. Yeah, considering I've had Napster, like the auto-completing for Napster installed for so long, it's been kind of funny. There we go. And just duplicate the layer. Yeah, and it's just a lot of this. Which, I mean, is fine. But it doesn't need to be. Not all the time, at least. Oh. And I can make the firebox already. Which is a huge boon. I forgot about that. The firebox kiln from Useful Stuff. Which that will definitely help. In the long run. Let's see. Alright. I always forget which direction it is considering for that. And I'll just auto-complete this top bit. Because it doesn't really matter. Alright, there's that one done, and I'll autocomplete the rest of them. I just need to wait so that way I can sleep, and it'll be a different set of time. Thankfully, I haven't had to do the panning yet. Which is amazing. That's why I have the sluice set up. So that way I don't have to. One of the things I remember setting up is it'll do the normal 8 pans for a thing, but it'll take however long it would have for 8. That's like one of the few things I changed for Useful Stuff, which is one of the mods. Boom. Oh, level 2 in pottery skill. Let's go. Processing, pottery, thrift, layer. Thrift. There we go. There's 3 of those. What else can I make? Eventually, I will make a whole ton of, what's the word? A whole bunch of... Now I'm blanking. That's great. Let's do a plate there. An ingot there. Oh, a whole bunch of just the normal layer copying. Let's do this one first. I believe this one takes less. So what I'm doing here is from one of the mods I have. I forget exactly which one. But this allows me to do 8 layers or 8 plates at a time. And then this one allows me to do 40 ingots at a time, which is massive. All things considered. And they are massive. Like, I will be putting these bad boys into, like, a vessel for all this. So that way I don't have to worry about them. I think it's from Buggy's random changes or something like that. I know that gives me a spile mold, which I can't exactly use at the moment because spiles don't exist. The current mod for that is busted. But yeah, these take multiple. Yeah, so that took over a stack and a half to make that one, and this one's bigger. And this one uses more spaces. So yeah, this one's going to take a lot more. So that one's not going to be done for a while. Not unless I go out and start, you know, just randomly doing shit. Alright, we have hunkered down for the night. Eat the rest of that food. That was not a whole lot. There we go. Eat the rest of that. Yeah, that'll pop him right back up. Alright. We are going to break this down real quick. Grab this guy. Pop him down. And boop boop. And pull that back out. Alright, now's probably when we should probably start making some food. Yeah, that's almost dead. These guys out here have a few more hours. Yeah, 4 hours. Alright. So I'm going to place these... Sort that. Sort that. We are going to place these guys in here for now. I am going to go grab some more of that blue clay, so that way I can finish this ingot mold. I should probably do maybe one more storage vessel. Ooh, no, one more tool mold, because I think there's one more I haven't made. But either way, that'll definitely help. These fish over here are adorable. Jenny! Hello, Jenny. I know that's not the horse's name, but it might as well be. Might as well be for me. Alright. Yeah, so some of this is going to be boring. Yeah, it's A-okay. That's most of this game, actually. Not surprisingly. Yeah, so it looks like I can keep my momentum up for about 3 hours before I start just, like, brain deading. So that's a good indication. That's always great. Getting that streamer brain going real slowly. But yeah, I think usually the last couple streams that I've had have been like 4 to 5 hours, I believe. That's what I've been trying to aim for, at least. I know that some of the Stellaris streams haven't been great. But I've got friends that it helps. Helps keep the air not dead. Well, deader than I usually am. That's fine. Alright. I think I'll wipe out this stream. This right here. And I think one of the final things we will do this stream is probably make a, like, actual, like, house and not a dirt shack. Dirt shack is great for getting set up. Not so great for the rest of it, you know? But I'll get a bunch of this going. We will get a ton of copper going soon. Because I'm sure by the time I finish that, building the house, or no, just even getting back to the house, This will be more than ready to get started. And I think as soon as I get started building, I'll get sucked into it for a little while. That should be fun. That is just shellstone. Alright. Eventually I will come back here. Actually, let me go ahead and grab some of this, so that way I have fire clay ready for me. And here we go, go, on an adventure. Thingamajigger is up and away, and go, on an adventure. Driving with the cat in the hat today. God, why can I remember that so well? Oh no, I know why, because I watched the crap out of that, and I also watched the crap out of it with my niece and nephews. Or at least my niece now. My nephews I don't see too much anymore. Which sucks. I kind of want to see them more often. My little 7x7 shack out here should be... is fine. It works, but... it's not great. Alright. I forget what different you can do with the fire clay. Quite a few things, actually, it would seem. Fire clay crocs. This is from Bricklayers. I know that the clay oven is necessary for it. So let's do this already. Let's just get this knocked out. One of the things I will need to make soon is going to be the, I will go ahead and make that firebox, that useful stuffs kiln. I do play with a lot of mods. But yeah, from last stream, I do remember mentioning a YouTuber who's been posting some really high quality tutorials for this game that I really, really enjoy. I'm going to shout him out again. Is Vintage Copperman. I think, if I'm remembering that correctly. But that's the guy who's like shown up in my thing, and he's like one of the really good... He has one of the really good videos for explaining how the prospecting pick works. Alright. Nope, that is the wrong one. Over here. There we go. So that's what? 3, 4, 5. The inside of that has 8, so I could make 3 more stacks of things. I know I can make a lot of bricks. What is brick? Clay. Why is caps lock still on? Brick. Blue, gray, clay, brick. Can be used to make a road, but that requires lime. That gives you a 1.6 path upgrade. Alright. Bricks, fine. Requires mortar, however. And I can't quite make mortar at the moment because I don't have lime. But that's fine. Yeah, this just requires this. That's fine. That's actually great, even. That's a great walking road. Raw glazed brown brick. Raw glazed brick. Fires into glazed brick. Which makes glazed bricks. Which are just brown bricks, so that's cool. And of course you can dye those different colors, apparently. That's cool. Alright, you can make a lot of bricks. I do know, however, that the fire bricks are going to be needed soon-ish. What What does it take to make chainmail? Chain... Head. Head is fine because it's literally just the chainmail. Body requires leather. Leather's really annoying in the beginning. Yeah. And as you can see, titanium chain as well. That's from a mod. Let's see, I can do... Chain links are fun. I got the shovel, I could do a hoe. I'm gonna do a lot of hoeing at some point. I don't have need for a mailbox or spiles at the moment. Those are patterns. Spear. How many did I say I could do? It's 4, 5, 3. I will always probably need to make multiple hammers at a time. Yeah, there we go. So let me just go ahead and fill these out. If I can make multiple hammers at a time, that's great. Also, this one piece of charcoal has been going for days at this point. Holy cow. Grab that. Put that in there. These are done. I know these are done. Here we go. We're gonna grab the rest of these eventually. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I have more than enough copper for all of that, I would hope. I haven't even gone to mine out the other part for that. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of these, and then I'm going to build up that kiln. I'm sure while I'm building that kiln, the rest of this will be ready. Alright, let me get the exact amount that I need for all of this. So 900, 10, 1400. Alright. So I'm going to get rid of this 30. And I think if I get rid of 50, so it should be 250 should be what it needs. 275 will get me... Okay. Need 400. Boom. Alright. And we're going to grab... one more. Because this charcoal lasts forever, apparently. Getting it warm in the house is going to be damn easy. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Sort all of that. Alright. We need to make... fire... box. Dark is how it's going to be. We need to make mud brick, which is clay, grass, dirt. So, grass, dirt, doesn't matter what kind of dirt. And we're just going to use blue clay. Alright. Yeah, one should be more than enough, right? Just get a ton more dirt. I know that the mud brick isn't perfect. And can break. Like... break to the point where like you can't get anything back from it. I do know that. Those are red currants, that's fine. But the fun thing with the firebox and the kiln that's there, that's attached to it, is you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about not having enough, because it is much more economical to just fill the firebox and then just kill it all at once. I know that's not... Ow. That's not the best terminology. but it's pretty darn close. And also, ow, I actually just stabbed my eye. That actually hurt. Ow. Like, I just put my whole ass finger in my eye. It is the other way around, isn't it? Yeah. That looks right. There's that, and there we go. That should be enough, right? No, it needs a whole stack, if I remember correctly. I have enough knives. I can go through all this. One of the things I definitely will make will be a scythe. Just get all that you need. Alright, so we're going to make the firebox, which is V-Fun. Let's put it over here behind the kiln, or behind the charcoal pit. That shows you all the stuff that's needed. So, the one thing I will say is that it needs to break 2 blocks underneath each side, so that way no grass or anything can grow underneath it, or you can just, simple as, just remove and replace with something that can't grow grass, which I probably will do soon-ish with, God, my brain is breaking. With, like, packed dirt, because normally grass doesn't grow back. That is from one of my mods. I do remember that much. Because somebody got... Like, what are you talking about? When I was saying, yeah, the grass was growing back in and breaking my pit kiln, or my kiln. And like, what are you talking about? And yeah, that's the fun shit. So the one very fun thing with the kiln from useful stuff is, regardless or not, it takes I think a whole stack of firewood, like a whole set of 32, regardless or not. Let me get a whole stack of this stuff. So I'm just going to do another set of 64 for this. Alright. I think after setting this up to fire, I will probably call it a night. It's getting a little late for me. Not too late, but enough that I'm tired. I gotta build myself back up to my very long streaming habits. So that way I'm not overwhelmed again. Alright, I'm gonna do this, and then this. And then it's not gonna be full set for that. There we go. That should be more than enough, right? Right? Hopefully. Grab all the dirt that I dropped in here. Sorry, I'm not forgetting anything. Boom, 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 boom. I jumped right over it. Alright. I did it again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I suck at parkour. Can you believe it? I can. Hey, there's our first drifter. First couple of drifters, I believe, actually. So, let's go to sleep. Actually, we will wait a little bit. Or not. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I don't care if I waste any of the, copper. It does not matter. because surviving is different. Alright. This probably isn't going to stay hot. Oh no, it just didn't pass all the way through. That's cool. Let me just knock shit over. That's great. It's one serving that is also one serving, so let me... Boom. And we wait for this, which requires me to have the things in my hands. Boom. Boom. Is he over here? No, he's on this side. Yeah, there he is. Okay, I don't need to worry about him then. Alright. Get the big guy over with. Gonna set all this down. It can and will take forever for this to cool off. Ow. There we go. There's that. There is that one. Ah, I see. I did not get away quick enough. There's a lot of drifters. Alright. We do another hammer, which should be another 100 units of copper. Yeah, there we go. And since I'm not dealing with hot metal at the moment, we will put you back onto there. And that is my mostly eaten thing of stew. Let's go finish up that kiln. Oh, I am trying not to get hit by this guy. Because I suck at combat. There we go. He's dead. Alright. We build up by one. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, I really suck at the combat for this game. It doesn't help that the character I am playing as also just doesn't have a lot of health to begin with. Alright, we're gonna work our way around here and drop back onto the piece of dirt. There we go. And I need to grab some more clay. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, 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 and boom. There we go. There we go. That's more than enough. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got this all figured out. Boom, 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 and boom. The last couple I need to place are there, and then there we go. We do this, 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 and this, and boom, 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 and boom. So that is the completed firebox kill. Hello there, sir. Thank you for running away. So what this takes is a whole 32 to fire, which is insane given the circumstances. And there we go. Alright. So we sent this up to fire. These guys will be done soon-ish. Oh yeah, this is already done. Grab this. Boom. Swap it over. And there we go. Place that last 100 units of copper. Boom. There we go. Alright. Clear out the inventory. Put this into here. This up into here. We're gonna sort those again. Do this. We are going to grab you guys. Boom. And grab these 3. And now we can come in here and we can place all of our shit. Boom. Boom. That one, and then these 3. Close it up. I was about to say, probably not get that mud brick back. Grab a full stack of 32 of those. There we go. Grab ye old torch. There we go. Yep. There's a full stack, and then you light it. And then it burns for, I think, 6 hours is the default. Something like that. But yeah, so, woo. Bringing it almost up to the 3 hour and 30 mark. There we go. Sit down. And we are just going to zoom in real quick. Thank you guys for staying and watching. And enjoying it as you do. As always, I want to thank you guys for just enjoying the stream with me. And wanted to let you know, there is the YouTube channel. I think it's !YouTube in chat. Yeah, it's !YouTube in chat. And please check those out. That is my main channel and my VOD channel. For anyone who is watching the VODs later on, thank you. If you're watching on Twitch, impressive. It's a full day that these are out on Twitch just by themselves. And on YouTube, they will be there forever and for after a day of this. So please give me a follow, subscribe on YouTube, do the usual stuff. And yeah, thank you for being here. I really do enjoy it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!